In New Zealand, the provision of formally organised non-parental care and education for children under 5 is recognised to be important for the economy. It's also promoted as best for children. Leading early childhood expert, researcher Dr. Sarah Farquhar, supports parents and professionals to think critically about the decisions they make for children and the quality of services. She has an extensive knowledge base as well as hands-on experience working in early childhood services, teaching teachers, advising providers, and as a mother of 5 children.
Hi, we've got many wonderful early childhood services in New Zealand, and while we can be pleased with the standard of services, we must have our eyes wide open. Ask questions, especially about the experiences that children have, and how services can be made even better for children. When children participate in quality early childhood education, defined by services meeting particular standards, it's not correct to assume, therefore, that it is also quality for the child. A service that may be great for one child may be bad for another. Children are not all the same. The service has got to personally suit the child and be great for the child. When parents are excited by what the service offers, when they have no grumbles and no feelings of regret about leaving their child, then, and only then, can you say it's truly a quality one for the child and family. I call this a remarkable service. If it is a match in suitability and exceeds expectations, then it is remarkable. In New Zealand, there is a belief that parents risk undereducating their child if they don't enrol in government-funded quality early childhood education for more hours than they actually need for support for childcare. Parents are told that more intensive participation will make their child wiser. Well, this isn't necessarily true. Early childhood education that exceeds government regulation standards can still mean low quality in practice for children. And I can unhappily give you too many examples of this. We don't want to see adults too tied up in talking with each other, having their coffees, writing stories about children's learning, or doing other paperwork to not be interacting with children. We don't want to see children getting bored from having a similar smorgasbord of equipment and activities on offer at their centre, day after day. We want children to thrive. The preschool or childcare environment can be immensely enriching for children, providing a great foundation for their ongoing learning and growth.
2, 3, 4, 5.
The research evidence points to home background factors and parenting as the strongest influence on children's learning and achievement. That's why a partnership between service providers, staff and parents is so central to supporting good learning and care for children. It's why it is important also that families can choose to use or not to use an early childhood service. How many hours they want to use a service for, which service suits them best, and what happens for their children in these services.
You've just seen the introduction. In Part 2, Dr. Farquhar clarifies what we mean by the terms childcare and early childhood education, and she outlines different options parents might choose. Part 3 looks at the main effects on children of taking part in an early childhood program. Those things that should be present and happening in any early childhood service are looked at in Part 4. And in Part 5, parents and professionals put their questions to Dr. Farquhar.